first 3 maps, I'm probably going to put more preferred on the side for Vegas Legion. But the last 2, if you are LAT, 6 stars have been treating them well. And even that Rio Search and Destroy, that's been their bread and butter all throughout this stage. But both teams tend to struggle a little bit on Karachi, and both teams still have a lot of similarities in hardpoint. You can find yourself winning a couple rotations, but the hold percentage is big. You need to make sure that your setups after that work out.
145 in the points to 140 in the points. A direct matchup that will allow either some extra separation for Thieves or a chance to jump if you're Vegas, depending on who comes out on top. Again, double dose of Karachi to get us started. Should be fast, should be furious, and well, it will be, again, who controls the tempo of this map early, because we know we've got a lot of preference towards these SMGs.
Yeah, and so far it's Vegas, at least currently in towards the peak moment, but with Johnny falling, now if you are LAT, you're just going to control the power spots, dominate around that mid-mag to eventually start to work that objective. But Geo still finding a double into the point is now slowing the rest of the LAT players down on their push.
Yeah, really strong start here for Vegas. Like you said, not just getting on the hard point time, but stopping these routes from the Thieves. Nasty up and over, though. That'll do well to get some high ground control, plus a little bit of help from Joe Deceives. Opposite will allow Thieves not just to mitigate the setup, but also get the time and make a play for rotation. But Vegas pick up it pretty nicely and reduce it just down to Nasty, who drops. And with that, Vegas will win the rotation over to P2.
Yeah, they're going to be flawless off this rotation at that, because when attached finding that double through the middle of the map, now you put all your focus over towards the overextension at Junkyard. It's going to be quite some time before LAT even get close to this hill, because you see the setup from Vegas. Just way too spread around. They're all clutching up in the one-on-one gunfights. Now Nazi has an opportunity to work into the point to get a contest, but he eventually does get traded, and it's Vegas still holding on.
Yeah, the damage is nice, but unfortunately he does get spawned out because of this, at least remotely so. Vegas trying to reinforce around the backside. Nero just staying safe inside this back closet, attaching a little bit of trouble, spamming things down. Krep is just weaseling his way forward and nearly finds some sanctuary behind the staircase, but not to be. Vegas find the kills, and this has been an absolutely perfect start for Vegas. 60-5 the current tally, and Thieves are going to give up on the rest of this time, rotating to 3.
Yeah, if you're Thieves, you got to chalk this one up. You're not going to fight for any time here. You also don't want to lose a couple gunfights and potentially spawn your way on out. But now you're down by 60 points. You need a full 60 here. At this P3, you're fully set up. Players sitting at top 3, already pushed out over towards Junkyard as well. But with Nasty falling, that's not the first kill you want to happen. Now Vegas Legion has the opportunity to find a break early on.
Indeed the case. Good hold to start here for Thieves. All about what these nades may be able to find, because Joe does not have a trophy system inside the hard point. And here comes Vegas trying to dive in off the high ground. Not going to work out, though. Ghosty able to keep the first push honest. Attach also down to 1 HP. Has to halt. So, yeah, really good start here for Thieves. Nero eventually gets the Semtex to land. Follow-up from Attach, but it's immediately battled back, and Thieves will hold their numbers for now, even though the hard point goes neutral for a time.
Yeah, that's good plays from LA Thieves. You want that to be a little bit cleaner, though, because you needed a full 60 to potentially tie the game up, but you hold on to the first and second push coming in. Now you just got to find a trait onto Johnny, but you're not able to do that. Playmaker in Vegas. Johnny gets it done on 3 in a row for the final 15. Still going to keep themselves a little comfortable lead.
Oh, Nero gets a double over the middle of the map. Has more.
Oh,
Nero.
Hello.
Oh, how about the full team wipe from Nero? Yeah, Vegas may have been 0-3 in their most recent affair, but they're coming out absolutely red hot. That's going to be a rotation win now to P4 with a chance to put some extra time on the board here. Thieves spawning deep over towards Diner.
Yeah, it's because Vegas Legion have all the power spots. You have top 3. You have a little bit of fountain control. So if you are LAT, you need to find a break. You need to find it quick. And it has to start by taking care of Nero, who's currently on 4 in a row. But with Vegas Legion dominating the map control currently, they don't really have to play for this time. They want to stay over towards P3 so they can find themselves on an easier route off the rotation to Noob.
Teamwork absolutely on point right now for Vegas. Thieves still in the hard point, though. Nero working for the 6th and final kill for a cruise missile. And he's just going to sit here and maybe wait for someone to transition over towards P5. Don't hate the call, but it is going to come at the cost here, as Thieves are going to get some very free scrap time, and the stun actually lands. So they know Nero's nearby, and Joe pops through, pops up, finds the kill, and now no more cruise missile in a 50-point game as we head over to Junkyard.
Yeah, now you have to find another break if you are LA. At least you're already applying pressure through the backside. Nero's going to have his hands full off the respawn. He is going to be able to find the first. He's still gaining the info that there's going to be more players approaching through that back end. And he's just trying to finesse, just hoping that his teammates can still slay out through the front.
Yeah, really good start here for Vegas. Thieves trying to find some sort of a delay, a pause to try to hit a pinch, but Nasty drops. Kremp falls behind that, and look at the spawns for Thieves. I mean, not only are they deep, far away from this hard point, but they're even taking staggered routes. This may be essentially a full 60 for Vegas here on 5. Maybe one more chance for Thieves to try to break this?
Yeah, this is the last opportunity, and the first person is going to fall over towards top 3. You're hoping that Ghosty could have put himself in an angle to put down a couple shots, get those players weak at the hard point, but when he falls, still going to be a little bit delayed. Finally, they find a couple kills to get him off of the hard point for the time being, but they just have more bodies. They're able to reinforce instantly. Narrow again on a streak.
It's just one of those moments where you kind of look at the setup for Vegas at the 30-second mark at this hard point, and no one's challenging everything. Everyone's just kind of tucked away in corners, and then as soon as the player in the hard point gets shot at, here you are right behind the play for the Thieves break. So now all of a sudden, what was a 20-point game or so is now up to 100, thanks to the transition from Vegas to 5, and they're also winning kills around the new time at 1. This has been a masterclass for the Vegas Legion.
This is perfect for Vegas Legion. It doesn't get any better than this. Talk about dominating 4 out of the 5 hard points to start off. And now in the second half of the game, you're getting all this time here at P1. LAT trying to hit the stuns, hit the nades to get him out of the point, but that corner from Johnny is way too good. Finally, they're able to fly in with the weapons, but it's only for 25 seconds. You would take that if you're Vegas. Just make sure you rotate to next.
Well, things have been flowing for the Vegas Legion. They have not won this map in quite some time. In fact, they're coming off of a 100-point club at the hands of Seattle, but things are looking positive for them right now as we jump into a Vegas Legion listen in.
That was him. I'll get we flip back. I have hop. One junk as well. One junk as well. I spawned weird. I'm not fire. I can get top fire.
I see Benning him out.
I'm reflecting back. I'm
He's front. Dude, and back alley. There's cross front. He's on the boss. He's back alley, Johnny.
Yeah, close on me. Got one shot nasty.
Nice, one's spinning.
I got one trusty left. Back alley me. I'm absolute.
Fireball jumped out. Fireball dead.
You went? What's close? Copy on me.
Okay.
I got him.
Where's the one look shop?
I'm trying to block.
Yeah, I'm looking at my shop. I'm looking at
I'm in charge, bro.
Okay. I'm getting top C.
We flip.
Top C.
I'll be back alley.
Top C. Done.
Front of you, Gio. Front of you.
I felt this, yeah. Gate corner.
They can only go gate. Gate dead. One more. They're gonna be mid at that.
Are weak.
You see that?
That one's done. Nice. That's 4. I have a hold.
I'm playing left, guys. I'm playing left.
Yeah, I got you up left.
We should help that ult. They might play through that.
Yeah, no, they're playing through. They're on me bridge.
I got you. Just literally sit down.
I got initial.
I got you. I fell off. I got one now. Another one low green on me.
All minute left. All minute left.
Top.
Then.
They're gonna spawn bridge in mid. Going to.
I got you.
They might be spawning on me.
Nice.
They're spawning down here.
Turn on.
I got one. Another one. Yeah, they spawned there.
I sent your top.
I mean, this sucker is looking just as good as we've ever seen Vegas. And the odd thing about it, Jay, is Nero's been running the MCW pretty much the whole time. So this is a 3-1 setup in their weapon composition. Johnny doing the dirty work. It's set up Nero to absolutely pop off this map.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's found himself on multiple streaks all throughout this map, number 1. And now only needing 20 points. Vegas have been playing this to perfection. But one thing about the listening that I really enjoyed was hearing Johnny more. You would think, like, being the new guy around the roster, you want everybody else to talk. Attach is a great leader. Gio has his moments. But Johnny was really leading in the comms. You can just tell he's getting more comfortable with this team, and it's showing.
He's almost quarterbacking plays kind of like how Hicksy would last year at Toronto. The solo sub just saying, this is where I'm at, this is what I see. Can you guys pick up this? It's just so fluid. Thieves still hanging around though. They break the old time at 3, plus they've got a pretty good zone here at the 4th. It would take, don't get me wrong, a miracle here for them to pull this one back with Vegas only needing 20 points, especially the cruise missile still available for Nero, but there's opportunity here for Thieves, especially if Kremp can get going for another 2 kills.
Yeah, there is opportunity, but you can see the plays being developed on the side of Vegas Legion. They realize they're up by 130 points. We can go on the super mega ultra route to take power positions away. As Johnny pushes his way through that overextension, wins that one-on-one gunfight through top 3. So they're just thinking neither squad is going to fight for a lot of time here. We're just going to guarantee the next one.
Yeah, one more player to find that's attached down low over towards Old. Any time for him is good time, but he does get taken off. And hold on a second, you're going to get a spawn up from Kremp. He's got a cruise missile to possibly use. Plus, you've got numbers trying to threaten over towards Red. Spawns are a little bit all over the place right now as well, but Vegas make the most of it, finding a couple of kills that will have an opportunity for Gio to step into the hard point as soon as Kremp's cruise missile touches down.
Yeah, Kremp should be able to open up with a guaranteed kill, especially on Gio. So you're gonna be into this hard point early on, but keep in mind Nero still has one to pop. He's staying alive on the backside of P3, just waiting for his teammates to get up close and personal in towards red before he calls it in.
Absolutely the case. You've got Cramp kind of floating around the back. Nero, if he can get seen and taken care of, that could be massive. They're hunting for him. They do find the kill, so the Crucible does not land. Joe Deceive's able to stay alive. Hold on a second. Thieves from the front now just have to deal with this next wave from Vegas, with the opening kill good for Geo.
Yeah, Geo starts it off, so Vegas Legion are gonna have the numbers, but the pinch from Cramp might be too much to handle. He's able to catch himself a double. He still knows that there's another player here in the vicinity, not able to find that kill onto attach. Now the spawns flip. Vegas should be able to lock this one up here.
Yeah, Semtex keeps Nasty just a little bit further out, attached, using whatever weapons he can find to try to stave off the remaining of the hit from the Thieves. They will be successful in that. I mean, that is a absolutely incredible back half of the first set of hills into the first half of the second for Vegas. The lead gets well above 100 points, plus the cruise missile, all the tools you need to secure a map win, especially when you only need 20 points by the end of it.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. You don't start off on the preferred side for Karachi, especially at that P1, but you're able to take 20 to 25 seconds away there, only allow LAT 5 points, and then when you get over to the P2, it's a flawless 60 hold, so you're already up by 60 to 70 points. You're forcing LAT at that point to play catch up. They needed to hold that P3. They got the time, but it was only for about 30 seconds. That's where they had a majority of their time off of the first rotation, but every time after that, Vegas Legion were able to chain that P4 to the P5, then a little bit to the P1. They were just always ahead of the game. LA teams were always playing catch up. And obviously a stellar performance out of Nero, 30 and 13. That guy was unstoppable.
Legit, and 28 of those kills were not traded, Jay.
Unbelievable.
So, I mean, that's nearly the perfect hard point from Nero. And, you know, we didn't get a lot of time to set up this series, but, you know, for this map in particular, like we said, Vegas have really only won this map way back in the qualifiers for Major 2. It's been a long stretch of losses, but here so far in this major qualifying stage, they have been really good at rotating, just not able to secure points. It just came down to, guys, what is going wrong? We're winning the macro battle to get to the hard point first, but our setups are getting broken almost immediately. It looks like they've fixed those problems in the last week.
And you could just tell because we called it off the rotation when they're just playing certain corners, waiting for those engagements to come to him and not full sending it. That's been a difference in Vegas Legion's setups once they win that rotation. Because when you're winning rotations, you're setting yourself up to win every single time. You're not going to rely on Brace because you're the team there early on. It just comes down to the setup to gain that time.
Yeah.
And that's what they were able to do to perfection on this map. SMG setting the tone. AR's winning those one-on-one gunfights. Just LAT were not ready. They were just simply not ready for the pressure on map 1.
Well, the thing about it is we say SMG's plural, but this was SMG singular. I mean, yeah, was rocking this MCW the entire time, but the cool thing about this setup for Vegas was, you know, you could go back and rewatch kind of the rotations in particular. If your ARs are in a good spot, Johnny's just going to run. He's going to get there. He's going to put himself into a cheeky corner. We saw it on that second P2 where he just kind of holds his life back alley, turns that into a couple of kills, and then Nero's right behind him saying, where do I need to get your trade and what can I watch after that? It's a very aggressive MCW setup for Nero, and it works out absolutely beautifully. So yeah, really strong start here in this series for Vegas. And let's be honest, kind of looking at the Major 4 results, we kind of, I think, figured that this Karachi was going to lean maybe more towards Thieves, maybe just a touch, just based on how they've played the map in the past. But that's a statement there from Vegas. And now they're coming to a Karachi search and destroy, where, candidly speaking, Vegas have really only played 3 search maps this qualifier, and one of them has been Karachi.
Yeah, Karachi's been a bread and butter one for them. They're sitting at 2-0 so far in this stage. They are the best when you talk about that first blood fight, best in post plants, and also third in retakes. We saw it versus Optic Texas. You saw what was a struggle. Nero was copping 1v3s. Johnny was always being the ISO player, winning his one-on-one gunfights. The SMGs were the playmakers, and you had the ARs just being the clutch factors. And that's something that you have to be prepared for, because if you're a LAT, you played this map, but you only played it once, and it was versus Atlanta. You went back and forth in the first blood fights. You lost 3-4, but you lost the map 6-1. Even in the man advantages, they were falling short. They do not have a lot of reps on this map. They might be sitting at what, 5-2 overall in search and destroy in this stage, but a lot of that is due to the success that they are finding on Rio. They have to add more S&Ds to this map pool because you can't just continue to play one map.
Absolutely agree. I think Karachi is definitely one of those battlegrounds that is becoming more and more popular, especially as of this major qualifier. Yeah, that's been, I think, the biggest thing about it. So yeah, it has not been particularly great for Thieves. They haven't played this map in quite some time outside of their staggering loss to Atlanta. You'd have to go pretty much all the way back to Major 1 and the Major II early qualifier days to when they were actually using this map as one of their core pools, because like you said, it's been a lot of Rio, it's been a lot of high rise. So for Thieves, time to step up and show us what the work has looked like over the last week, because again, lots on the line for this matchup. They still held a narrow edge over some of the teams that are tied at 140 points, but like we said, we saw it in the beginning of the series, or beginning of this show rather, that the estimated points you're going to need is right around that 165 mark, and Thieves are not even guaranteed anywhere near the opportunity to start in the upper bracket. So this is a huge matchup, and you need a bounce back here if you're LA.
Yeah, and a good friend of mine tells me losing is learning, winning is teaching. So the fact that you lost this map the last time you played versus Atlanta, you have to have learned something different. And at least for Thieves, they're going to be able to show it in this round number 1, because defenses were a struggle from them. No trophy system. They decide to get aggressive up through the map, and that smoke grenade getting invested is going to slow down this play from Vegas.
Yeah, just a touch, but there is some awareness for Vegas, knowing that there could be some pressure here. Johnny had a really good look at Joe Deceives, but does not win the gunfight. So now all the cards stacked in favor of the deck of the LA Thieves defenses. They've got high ground position and the numbers.
Yeah, they got everything of the map in their favor. Nasty is able to take down Geo, still going to keep the man advantage even with Attach finding a trade. But with only 50 seconds left, you just got to trap them in towards Coop.
Oh, interesting. Kremp tries to stun out the
Oh my
smoke,
God.
It's caught. And then Attach over the top finds Ghosty at range. It felt like Kremp probably could have just kept the MCW out the entire time, but now Joe Deceives has to try to beam Attach off of a heady at range, and he nearly successfully does it with the Rival 9. But things reset. Bomb planted. More damage from Joe, but still no kill. And now he's stuck with just this Rival 9 in a very difficult 1v2.
Yeah, no stun, no nade. You're not going to stand a single chance in that round, but I thought LA Thieves are going to learn from their mistakes versus Atlanta on the defensive side. You find that early first blood. You read where the pressure's coming in. You also find the second kill. So that was a 2v4 clutch right there out of Nero and Attach. Those rounds just simply can't happen, but Attach always got good plays in Search and Destroy in this bag.
I mean, that does feel like that moment right there. Kremp is stuck between a decision of, do I stun the smoke? Do I keep the gun out? And for Vegas, you fortunately kind of don't use the smoke as a way to immediately plant. You use it to get a chow. And then as soon as that happens, Attach's job is very easy. You just watch to see if anyone's covering at range, and they both come away with very pivotal eliminations. Attach for 3 in the round, and look at this. Vegas going to be a little bit surprised here as the Thieves are hard checking this A site. Nero, smoke, down, caught. Joe Deceives' first blood could lead to a plant.
I wish Nero would have backed up in that situation, because his teammates are getting super aggressive over towards Coop. So the comms had to come in there, not on this side of the map. He does get picked off. Now the bomb does get planted for LA. They have the man advantage, but Ghosty's hands are going to be full.
That Ghosty stun, can't get behind cover. Doesn't matter. Clean shots over towards Attach, and then Kremp over the top. Good for 1, and the hits. How about it from the Thieves? Quick gut check call to turn the offense to A, and it's the players sitting over towards Red to secure the round.
Yeah, that's the perfect play call from LA. Yeah, ISO onto Nero, find that first blood, instantly work the bomb plant. And then since you still have 4 players up, you can watch every single angle of pressure. And Ghosty winning that one-on-one through the stun grenade might have just solidified that round. It's just if you're narrowing that situation, you gain that info. I know he popped the smoke grenade at his feet. I think he was playing for that one-way smoke again just to guarantee himself 1 kill, but it doesn't work out this time around.
Yeah, it definitely felt for Thieves that was a pretty concealed 4-man hit. It wasn't like a bunch of nades were coming over the top. It was just all 4 players running, so you can kind of understand it. Trophy system down, keeps Thieves defenders safe on this aggressive setup over towards B bridge. Johnny trying to get aggressive over towards top third. He falls off the high ground. Nero a couple of shots towards apartments, but everything stays 4v4 as Ghosty gives it one more look over the top of the B site.
Yeah, and Kremp is in the perfect position to stop this B play from coming in. I just don't know if you're going to be able to get a read on it if you are Vegas. They're checking every single angle. The smoke grenade now going to get invested, but you have to clear out this bridge area.
And that's the problem. Kremp watching it very nicely over the top of the smoke. Stun comes through as well. Nasty uses that as a chance to confirm another elimination, and now it's just down to Attach. He's found 1, but there will be nothing more. And yeah, that all starts with the fact that Thieves, that's 2 straight rounds where they just gut check stack something. A on the offense, and now a 3-man setup over towards B where the trophy keeps them safe from any incoming utility early.
Yep, Vegas were just not expecting Kremp to be in that position over towards bridge. They threw their stuns, they threw their nades. Obviously, a trophy system blocks a couple of them, but they also were watching that cross and were not able to gain that info. So Kremp with the positioning, finding the double, secures the round for LA. Now they go back on the attacking side. That's also 2 rounds in a row and multiple first bloods to go with it. I'm pretty sure they're 3-0 so far on this map.
Yeah, very true. Cramp carrying the force break. Here's another look from the side of Thieves, and they have another trophy system down. So again, this play through middle will not really be halted too much. A little bit of a look from Attached top over towards Soda, but really, this is still Thieves stacked up at mid, where I don't know if Vegas are going to realize how many members are actually threatening this play.
No, they're not going to have a clue. Just hopefully Johnny's able to gain a little bit of info if they jump in towards the top side of Fountain or work their way through the lower side. But with the time starting to tick down, Vegas have yet to budge on their setup. They're still holding a 2-2 split.
And you have to think that for Thieves, you can either use Kremp as the tool to try to open something up, or can you pull players over towards Kremp's direction on the defensive rotation to allow him a free kill for kill number 5? That may be the biggest factor. Stun gets thrown towards Beat, does not land. Vegas nades trying to flush out player up top, and there will be an initial trade. We go 3v3, smoke down, bomb looking for the plant.
Yeah, bomb's gonna go down. 25 seconds left. Is Vegas gonna put themselves in a position to potentially contest it? No, but you do find the kill on the exit. 2v2. Nasty finds that kill on no Attach. All left up to Geo.
Yeah, and Kremp has gotten kill number 5. So Geo has to be very cautious about how much he actually wants to give this a go, especially with Kremp still sitting over the top side of apartments, and he may have just seen him. Looks like he has. Here comes the challenge down low. Geo good to shut down the streak, but the time for this 1v2 not looking all that positive. Nasty shows himself topside bricks, but immediately backs away and knows he's got the clock to play with just to get this thing done safely.
Yeah, there's no way Geo should be able to check the right corner. The repositioning from Nasty just way too strong. And that's going to lead to LAT walking away with the last 3 rounds in a row. Just the adjustments that they're showing. You saw how they were playing it really, really slow in their attacking rounds, even though Vegas Legion did not budge. By the time that play came in, they had a lot of mob control to commit on that B push. You have players in Fountain, players on low flat, and you're still contesting from top 3. So even with Johnny finding that first blood, the trade was instantly there. You work the objective, you take control of the map, and you execute to perfection. As LAT looking a lot better so far in this Karachi.
Absolutely. And it's come by way of just overwhelming force, generally speaking. I mean, you could throw that into an umbrella and say, yeah, it's been 3-man hits here, 4-man hits here. And once again, take a look at the minimap. Thieves have got the same idea in terms of trying to get a player forward. This time there is no trophy system, so Nasty gets held, and Vegas will know that someone is probably playing forward here. Just comes down to can they break it down, and Johnny through mid-map will open up more space as Kremp is the first one to drop this round.
And I'm hoping that they don't think that Kremp was the player that was pushed up and backed up into Fountain, because Nasty's still trying to contest from lower scaffold. He's able to find the kill. Now he's dancing in the smoke, able to find the second. Individuals making big time plays. Now Lisa Geo in a 1v3.
Yeah, Vegas have had a really tough time reading these smoke plays, right? I mean, they've got an idea for it, but they're not actually confirming the information they need to know where these defenders are. Geo still able to isolate to make this more manageable 1v2. No bomb in hand, though, and the problem is Ghosty and Joe are right on top of one another.
Yeah, they're playing the buddy system. There's no need to do anything different. You have the bomb down at the B side. You're also gaining the info. Geo does put down a couple shots, and the repositioning might cause some problems for LA.
Well, the thing about this is he still has to try to get this broken down from up top, and you will see both players. A couple of shots are in. Good prediction over towards Ghosty. Pistol out. Oh! Goodness! How has Geo been allowed to do that?
I don't know how he does that, Alan. I really don't. But he plays it to perfection, man. He wins the one-on-one gunfight to start, but then just putting down a couple bullets, realizing that Joe Deceives isn't going to go for the instant chow. You commit on the second gunfight, and then with the Renetti, you're able to close out the 1v3. A potential top 5 play of the week. Geo gets it done.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. No way in hell that's the way that round breaks down. And what a lifeline that is for Vegas, who turned that into immediate first blood, as Thieves have gone right back to that same hard, heavy hit over towards A. Nero this time does go 1 for 1, but his teammate and Johnny with him drops out. So Geo trying to rotate over, and ooh, Attach has actually cleared a lot of space here. Geo may be able to actually have the luxury to transition back to B.
Yeah, but it seems that Attach doesn't have every thing of information, so he's still thinking that the play is potentially going to be at A, but now once he checks the site, Geo's going to be a little bit late off the rotation, but he does get some good timing. Ghosty not able to spot him from top 3, and that objective still yet to get planted.
Yeah, Ghosty has to worry about the flank, so Thieves, they're going to get the post plant set up that they want, but Ghosty's timing may determine how this round goes. And how about Geo? Shots are up, and wow, Ghosty down to 8 HP. That would have been the cruise missile for Geo. Still, the hunt is on. Geo down low. Lots of shots into the pillar, and he gets shut down from the potential cruise. Attach 1v3 of his own, but not nearly as much time, not nearly as much opportunity, and Thieves will not allow it to happen twice.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough right there, because if you are Geo, you're just hoping that you could have found that kill at top 3 to make it a 2v2. When Ghosty is able to finesse a little bit, reposition himself, and regenerate his life, he clutches up into one-on-one, does not allow the cruise missile to be earned. And LAT just overwhelmed Nero again at that A site. Like, if you're Nero in these situations, he's not really having a good search and destroy map so far because he keeps getting isolated. Like, when your team is gaining this early information, you have to use it and use it well because you're just running right into him.
And it's important to know, you're talking about some of the objective stats. The retake percentage generally for Thieves have not, or for Vegas, have not been all that great. Sitting kind of in the middle of the road, so they're trying to contest these plants, not trying to play for retake at all. Patch little pop-up, lucky to be alive. Nice shots from Joe Deceives. Nade's coming his way, but he stays safe from all of it. Follow-up stun, though, will be enough for at least the bomb to be planted. We've got a post-plant 4v4.
How do LAC decide to break their way on in? They're just taking their time. They have cafe control, so they know that Vegas are set up around that red area. Joe Deceives finds that first blood. Perfect start.
Yeah, that changes a lot in this post plan because now someone else has to come forward to check this bomb. Nasty, hoping he can get some timing to see who's going to check him. And the thing is, Vegas have called the bluff. They haven't checked it at all. So now you're down to 17 seconds on the clock. All it takes is one good look here from the Vegas defenders to possibly secure this round. Nero gets the player off the defuse. Now you're down to 10 seconds. Nero turns it into a second. Slow start, but a hot finish here for Vegas as they find a way to battle back and keep this thing close.
Yeah, that takes major cojones right there out of Vegas Legion because I don't think there was a single arrow on the minimap checking for that bomb being defused. So they called the bluff to perfection. Wait out the game clock. You set up Nero to jump out of the side window, win the one-on-one with only 12 seconds left. Someone eventually has to try to commit on that defuse again. And once he finds that second kill, that is GG. So Vegas Legion, a big round at that. Secure it. Now down 4-3.
And what's the call here, I think, if you're Vegas on this defense? You surely have to be thinking about retake, right? I mean, throw your nades, try to stop this Thieves approach, maybe get your information early?
I think you're shutting down the B site, and I think they're doing it to perfection. You get your trophies down, you put Nero in a position to where he's no longer going to play it over towards A. You switch it up and put Johnny on that side of the map, and now you're basically shutting down one side of the map, forcing LAT to go the opposing way.
Well, Thieves going to hold back this round, see if they can maybe make this Vegas defense a little bit more nervy, but the problem is attaches up top at third. Geo's in a good spot to rotate to either site, and Nero with an SMG can play info through barrel and then be right there to stop any potential hit over. And here is all the information you need. That's not bad. 1 for 1 for both sides. Both teams will be decently happy with that, but Geo turns the tides, finds the kill to Nasty, and now you've got numbers for the side of Vegas, but Kremp will counter that immediately. 2v2 and both defenders are isolated.
Yeah, they both split as well, so where do LAT decide to think about that objective plan? Don't know if they gain the info that Nero's going to be sitting still over towards bridge, but he did put down a couple shots, and Ghosty knows it. Johnny does find a one-on-one gunfight through the middle of the map. Ghosty left in 20 seconds. He's trying to chase him down.
And he's successful in that, but that is enough for Nero to start making his rotation to A. No, trying to call to see if maybe Ghosty wraps back to B. Not to happen. So bomb gets planted just backside of the bus. Ghosty feeling a little nervous about where Nero can be. He already spends the smoke. So now Nero, timing through mid could work out for him. Ghosty on the run, sneaks away, has the regen, doesn't bother to go up the ladder, instead plays the heady, and what a call that is by Ghosty. Tracks down Nero the whole way. The hunt just took too long, and Thieves put themselves to map point.
And that all comes back to the information that they gained earlier on in the round. Nero putting down a couple shots to try to keep Attach alive. He realizes that once I win this one-on-one gunfight versus Johnny, I got a free bomb plant over towards A. And even though the timing doesn't treat him well, the route right there to just simply get out, put yourself on the barrel head glitch, you clutch up in the one-on-one to now lead LAT at game point.
Wow, this has been as close as it gets in terms of a search and destroy. But Thieves find themselves on what could be a handful of consecutive match points, depending on how things go. Vegas looking to get aggressive over towards B. Kremp once again playing bottom side bridge. Is there any protocol here for Vegas to try to flush this out?
And it seems like they're just going back to the standard attacking side. But they're just throwing their shoulders, trying to get an early read on what the setup is looking like for LAT. But Kremp gonna, again, be in that position to be the playmaker.
Oh, Kremp's been seen, though. So now, are there any nades left for Vegas to try to get Kremp out of this position without getting caught on the cross? Nades are out for both sides. Thieves rotating over to help Kremp out on this B defense. And Kremp will double check to see if Attach is watching him, and there's no one here. So, again, this little bit of a pause, this little bit of kill noise could create doubt as Thieves start to rotate back to A.
Yeah, they start to rotate back to A, and now they're trying to isolate onto Kremp. You hit the jump over of your Geo, you should be able to open up at the first blood. But Kremp tucks himself in the corner, and Geo has no idea where he went.
How about this? Oh my goodness, Joe Deceives from bottom red pops up, finds, you know, that's your bomb carrier. You're down to 20 seconds. Attach is looking for kills, topside AC. He's gonna find one, but how do you get the bomb planted? That's the big question. Geo also hunting for kills through market. Attach, what's the timing look like on this rotation to A?
Oh my God.
He's gonna have just enough of a window to plant. We're gonna get a 2v3 post plant unless Joe can find this kill. He will, whoa, not find him on the exit. The pitch win, and now we're to a 2v1 as it's just Attach left alive.
Oh yeah, Ghosty just finds the beatdown onto Geo. So now Attach, do you have yourself a moment to keep your team in this map number 2?
No way.
As he's just gonna decide to play the bus?
No way does he pull this off 1v2. He still has to check for the bomb being defused at some point. Here comes the Thieves. Does he hear any of this? That's the real question. It's almost like he's in plain daylight, but the shots are through. Kremp checks it, the kill is in, and Thieves will tie us up at 1 map apiece, but holy hand grenades, what a search and destroy we just had.
I thought the credit spot was gonna work, man, but you're not gonna catch Kremp slipping. They cleared out every single angle of where he could potentially have been. You go out to the backside of Cafe, you clear out Tiki, you also clear out top red. He has to be close by, at least in a position to check the bomb. And with only 11 seconds left, Kremp is able to sniff him out, find that kill, secure the defuse. And LAT tied this series up at 1. I told you, losing is learning, winning is teaching. They lost versus Atlanta, got whooped in that last time that they played Karachi. But at least to start off in the middle of the game, it wasn't a 2v4. Like, that's not supposed to happen. But the adjustments were there. They were able to shut down every single time at that B site with Kremp changing up his positionings. And then every time an audible came in, they were always ready to adjust. So great plays from LAT. They add this one now to their SND map, pulled us out 6-2 so far in the stage. And now we got a series on our hands.
Absolutely the case. An invasion control where, believe me, you friends, the storylines there are pretty thick.
Yeah.
And we get the 6-star hard point, and it feels like we should be due for all 15 maps that Lord Puckett had already deemed upon us at the beginning of the evening. We got the strike game here on camera between me and Jay. It's been a fun one so far. Our final match of the day here on Friday. Don't go far. More Call of Duty League right after this.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Scuff Gaming is doing an ultimate giveaway where you and a friend can win a chance to go to COD Champs this year. The giveaway includes 2 VIP tickets, travel expenses, and more. To enter, scan the QR code on the page or go to scuff.co/CDL and enter your email. Terms and conditions apply.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
Welcome back, everybody, to our final match here on Friday, the final week of online Modern Warfare 3. Almost brings a tear to my eye, but it comes with a ton of excitement. It's, of course, Shift and Study, and we've got ourselves a 1-1 map count at this point between the Vegas Legion and the LA Thieves, with Invasion Control coming up next. And Jay, you did the deep dive on offensive stats for both these two teams on this map. Just hit us with it.
Yeah, they're both world's worst. We're talking about on the season. LAT have only been able to find success in 4 out of the 32 rounds on the attacking side. But I'm going to do you one better. Vegas Legion are even worse. They have a total of 3 successful wins out of a possible 25 attempt on their attacking side. We know that both of these teams are fighting to make their way into champs. LAT currently sitting in 7th. If they lose this matchup, then they're going to drop all the way down to that 8th spot. Vegas Legion win this, they jump all the way up to that 7th. So all these matches are going to come down to the wire.
And you got to keep in mind what matches are remaining still. For Thieves, they still have to play New York, who's looking pretty dangerous this stage. Whereas for Vegas, well, I won't say that's an easy matchup, but they do play Minnesota, where, again, that is going to be Minnesota legitimately fighting for their lives, considering that it's looking pretty decent that they may start in the lower bracket at Major 4. These teams, every single map starts to matter as we get down the wire here, not just to see who can go into the upper bracket for Major 4, but of course, who can make it to that pivotal top 8 for champs. But like you said, the control here on this invasion, the news is not great. I mean, for Thieves, hey, I remember we used to watch this matchup when they played this map back in the Major 1 qualifiers. We were like, wow, these guys have the A offense figured out. They were doing it pretty successfully through and through. But since Major 1, they have only won this map 1 time. And it was oddly enough against FaZe at Miami. So it's not been good, to say the least.
And I'm pretty sure for both of these teams, the last time that they walked away with a successful attacking round was at stage 2, Major 2. So it's been quite some time since they have been able to figure it out. But you see that they end up struggling on both attacking sides, but also on defense. Both of these teams used to be one of the best defensive teams that we had on Invasion, with Vegas being number 3 and LAT being number 1. But now they dropped down to about 7th and 8th. This map just hasn't treated them well.
No, it has not. And it does feel like these teams really bank on having that round 5 defense. So, as much as I know this map could be a little bit of a slog at times, these offensive rounds and every single tick is going to be so darn pivotal to trying to win this map number 3 and get this series into your favor with still a 6-star and a Rio to come. It will be Vegas on the opening offense. Just an initial exchange of first kills for either side, but Vegas, good read here on the Thieves trying to get aggressive defensively, and now with these kills, they should be able to stop the clock and get some significant progress done at B.
Yeah, they're just hoping that they can stop the clock and get the progress up and still maintain that mid-map control, but every single player on Vegas Legion fall besides Nero. So now, how are you going to decide to play it? It's just keep your positioning already in towards broken, but you got to know that the pressure's still coming in from LA.
Yeah, Nero has seen Cramp on the cross through DVD. But the big question is, can the rest of Vegas deal with this swiftly? Cramp able to get 1. Good help from above. Shot still decent, though, for Nero as he finds the kill. Nasty, the one trying to play forward, and he catches only the single player for Vegas. So now all of a sudden, if you're Thieves, you don't want to just keep forcing this because you got to make sure you get this mid-map back in your control. That's exactly what they're doing here.
Yeah, with 39 seconds left, you still have the numbers to contest this all the way down to the very end. But with those kills going in favor of Vegas, finding every single kill in the feed. Second segment already going to be done, but the third segment might as well be for free as well, because they should be able to extend this time. LAT now Need a minute and 40 defense to try to shut it down at A.
Yeah, and Thieves don't necessarily have the defensive spots that they want at the moment. Vegas waiting to get the next wave of kills before they can really approach this A zone. And it's a pretty even exchange between both sides. A couple of kills here, a couple of kills there. Nothing really too significant in terms of changing the map one way or the other, but that elimination to Johnny does clear out Cafe completely, and now Thieves have a chance to dominate this A street while also trying to play through mid.
Yeah, they want to take their time here. They don't know the positionings currently of Vegas Legion because they already were coming off of that respawn. So just contesting and staying alive in this position is already job well done. It's been 30 seconds wiped off the game clock. Vegas haven't even been able to get close over towards this A point, but Nero trying to edge his way up through Cafe. He eventually falls, and it's still LAT holding on.
Yeah, but a couple of kills here for Vegas. This is a big one. And okay, Ghosty, huge win. Keeps at least some defensive pressure through the middle of the map. Also, the OE shut down. Ghosty beat down, takes down Attach. A little shaking of the hands there. And Thieves hold on to some of this control around Cafe while also holding on to a 1 life advantage at the moment.
And now they account for every single player. Now they know all of Vegas Legion have to work this overextension. You have been map cut. You also have Water Street. So Ghosty currently in an engagement, trying to stay alive. He is going to be on 5 in a row. Cannot make it 6, so no cruise missile earned. But with only 25 seconds left, last push coming in for Vegas.
They do have an opportunity here, though, with Attach running around the back. One member to try to keep this held. That's Ghosty. He's looking for it. Decent shots from inside the zone from Nasty, and that makes life very easy for Ghosty. So now, the last stretch for Vegas has to come through Laundry. Ghosty fully prepared for it. There's Nero on the cross. Shots are good. Thieves still holding on as Gio's been red towards the backside of Garage, and he's not going to have a chance to touch. So just 3 ticks of progress. Ghosty will finish with a great defensive round on 3 in a row as they transition to their first attack.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to look on invasion defense. You only allow those 3 segments to get away from you. If you do anything better than that, then that's chef's kiss. But perfect start right there from LA. Just maintaining that mid-map control, only allowing Vegas Legion 1 or 2 opportunities at that A point with almost 2 minutes on the game clock. So they showed the adjustments in Search and Destroy, and now they're showing it here on the control.
Again, the offense is an issue. You almost feel like, based on the stats we had, that just getting 3 ticks may be enough. I mean, probably. Yeah. Trophy system eats up the first couple of defensive nades as Thieves will just go automatically to B. Again, we talked about it. This 1.0 roster of LA Thieves were always dut check hitting their offense towards A. This time it's a 3-man stack, and they're looking for the extra 2 minutes really quickly here to try to get this thing a lot of effort towards possibly finding that tick at A, and they may just get it here on their first attempt.
Oh yeah, that's going to be free because the way that Vegas Legion set up on their defenses were, they were ready for the push to come through the middle of the map, and we're watching that heads-up play to try to force it right off the rip at A. But now they have to prepare themselves for a 2-minute and 15-second hold over at this A objective. They have the overextension being covered by multiple different angles. Yeah. It seems like Gio on the minimap should be able to get overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you've got a little bit of more complete focus here for Vegas towards the OE, but it's all individual gunfights over towards the A street, and if one gunfight goes wrong, that's when Thieves may be able to flood forward, but the kills are coming through for Vegas. The defense holds strong, not just over towards the previously captured B zone, but here at mid-map, Nero has gotten a regen out, and he can still hold on to this back position in the closet, and he does it perfectly as Ghosty forfeits the life.
Yeah, it's just easy right now for Vegas Legion. You got all map control to go with these gunfights that are allowing you to sit on head glitches, but 3 in the feed now for LAT. They're working at overextension though, so Vegas Legion still have an opportunity off the respawn to try to shut this one down.
This next wave is so crucial for Thieves. Can you get these kills and force Vegas to spawn behind you? No, you cannot. 3 straight eliminations for Vegas, and now their defense controls the map just like that.
Now Jodeci's at least is able to find one. Can he find a double to make an opening for his teammates? Nope. And now everybody else from LAT forced to work that overextension again. And Vegas Legion just watching all the angles, having the players come off the respawn, fill in the gaps, and single-handedly just shutting down the pushes attached this time around.
Yeah, Thieves need to get together here. I mean, you've got one player who's slipped the net in Joe, and actually he's in a really good spot. Sees Johnny. That's going to open up mid-map. Thieves are also kind of triple team working out Nero towards bridge side. Keep your eye on Attach though. Number 5 in white. He's trying to get behind this play. It may just be whose flank is more successful because Joe's finding tons of value over towards the backside of Garage, and Attach doesn't know who to shoot at. So Thieves are going to get 3 members in. The stack should be decent for at least 1 tick, and Joe is still holding off these rotations in.
No, he said, screw that. I'm just going to stack it to the point with you guys. 4 is a lot better than 3. The third second about to get complete. I don't know if Vegas Legion are going to have an opportunity to even contest it. And that was perfection right there out of LA. You applied the pressure through the middle of the map, even with Attach hitting the super ultra mega route. The fact that Kremp plays it really, really slow, he realizing that everyone is not accounted for. That was the last one to get the 4 stack going at A. And it's been, what, 3-4 months since they won an attacking round? They get it done there.
I mean, that legitimately is down to Joe slipping the net. And like you said, Attach doesn't know who to shoot at because he's got the whole army of the Thieves in front of him. And a little bit of split decision leads to a clean exit and an opportunity for Thieves to get on towards the zone, and now they hold a significant advantage. Must-win offense here for Vegas, and they need to do it by way of capture percentage as well. Good opening there. Attach finds first blood, and the clock is stopped early with a minute 21 left.
But you need to make this one count, because you got to try to extend this time, give yourself more opportunities to work that A objective, and with them finding a couple kills around the map, perfect start. Now that second segment about to get complete at B, and I don't know if LAT, if they don't find any kills, are going to have an opportunity to contest it.
Oh, nice snap from Ghosty. If Johnny finds that elimination, things get really nasty for the Thieves. Extra 60 gets tallied. Stun goes over towards the dark alley, and Nasty cannot find any exit kills. Kremp also stuck by himself here topside treehouse. Attach. Good shots. Good follow-up from Nero, and a huge life advantage here early. I say huge. I mean, it's only 3, but Vegas have only dropped 3 lives, so they have a lot of time and a lot of lives to spend trying to get this A zone.
And the more kills that they're finding, the more map control they're taking away from the Thieves.
Uh-oh.
So they're forcing them off of the respawn to iron on up, and that's already 3 dead in the feed. Now, if you are Nasty, can you put yourself in a position to watch the crawls? He does, but he falls, and now Vegas are in.
Vegas are not able to stack at the moment. They need to get at least one more set of kills. Nero going to hold over towards the fire truck. Clock stops at a minute 50. 2 members on. That's going to be good for the first tick of progress. Second being worked on. Geo from Laundry. He's on 4. Can't get the 5th. Second tick of progress, though. Looking good. Nasty and Ghosty waiting for the regen. Third tick on the way. Nero's not here to help on this push, and the kills are good. Thieves will break back through. Nero will get the 5, but doesn't get the 6th, and a chance here for Thieves to still hang on.
Yeah, Thieves still have an opportunity, but you're down by 7 lives, so you need to clean 4 dead, try to put them into the trap to make up for it, but also allow that game clock to play a part. So forcing all of Vegas Legion now on the overextension. You have water streak control. You have every single angle cut off. How long can you hold?
Oh, nice shots from Kremp. Attach. Good prediction, but can't quite lock it in. So now just down to 5 lives in difference. Joe up top. No worries there on the Nero. 0 follow-up from Vegas towards this OE. Play through the middle of the map. Kremp in a little bit of trouble here. Has to just hope that he can get his regen back, and he will be able to. So Thieves will hold Water Street plus some map positioning through mid-map. But again, 60 seconds on the clock here. More kills starting to come out for Vegas as they make their way back onto A.
Yeah, they're already into the point, so Johnny's going to have a one-on-one fight right in front of him, but you should not commit on it. Just hope that your teammates have a couple crosses being watched, but unfortunately the timing is not going to play a part. As Nasty walks in and is able to find a double. Ghosty with the trade. Now Geo in a position to potentially make a play happen. He wins the one-on-one, but you need a 2-piece to get on a point.
Oh, and the pistol does work out off the respawn. Vegas are not here to help him, though. 15 plays, 8. Kill still looking good. But again, for Vegas, you can neutralize all of the damage done in that second round by getting this 3rd tick of capture and not doing it by way of elimination to just reset the tick progress completely. Johnny around the back. Vegas still trying to get here with some sort of concentration as Thieves are kind of right here at Laundry. They're in good spots to defend against this, but Johnny keeps on shooting and he keeps on killing. 20 seconds. Vegas still need to find a way to stop this clock and get on, though.
Oh, yeah, and that's difficult because Johnny, he was stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's just hoping that his teammates can take a little bit of that mid-map control away, but with the final 10 seconds upon us, that Vegas need to go.
Oh, and Ghosty shuts down. Oh! Mid! Pistol out even connects over to Johnny, who's going to be too far away to get on and stop the clock. And it'll be a 3-0 for Thieves in some absolutely electric rounds of invasion control. You blink, you miss the map, but wow, round 2 and round 3 couldn't have been more exciting.
They were 0-5 the last 5 times they spawned in on some invasion control, but there's nothing better and walking away victorious with a clean 3-0 and also securing your first attacking round in quite some time. LAT, they were sitting there laughing at each other, said, finally, damn, we won invasion control. Yeah, we've been trying to work on this for a long, long time. We're finally looking like the team that we were in the beginning of the year. Great on the defensive side, just need one opportunity on the attack, and they take full advantage of it. Now up 2-1.
Wow, what a set of maps we've had to this point. Ghosty, though. Are you kidding me? An absolute takeover map from him. We talked about the 11 kills in the first round, and then right at the very end, of course, he kind of ices the cake with the last 3 kills to make sure that Vegas could not quite get to help out their one remaining member trying to stay alive in the back in the form of Johnny. It's a hell of an effort from Vegas, but it comes up short. And Ghosty continues to be just a spotlighted star for this squad as Thieves continue to find ways to win tight maps.
Did you see those numbers at the end of Ghosty's stat line? He had 20 kills on the defensive side. Keep in mind, he ended the map with 21. So he only found 1 kill on the attack, and that led to a dominant attacking round. So Ghosty, you might have the recipe. Let me just suck on the attacking side and dominate on defense. We're going to walk away with W's.
Unreal stuff, man. That is too funny. But wow. And I think there's going to be some, you know, rejoice in the fact that Thieves stacked the point. I mean, how many times have we seen them on any control? Just like, oh, I'll be the one guy on. You guys go find more kills. Nah, all 4 members jump over. And Vegas, who were trying desperately to get back to the zone defensively, not quite able to get there in time. This gunfight from Geo nearly goes awry, but again, him not being able to win it cleanly keeps him from taking the second. And then Ghosty at the end, just at mid-map, picking them apart one by one. Perfect shots for 21 on the map at a 3-0 for LA, putting them up now in the series with a 6-star hard point waiting for us.
And now this gets a little bit scary if you are Vegas Legion, because 6-star, I'm definitely going to put more in favor of LAT because they've had some really tight maps versus some really good teams. Toronto Ultra was about a 15-point difference. Atlanta FaZe was about a 17-point difference. There's just one thing that they have to fix, and it showed a little bit in that map number 1. You can win rotations, you can find breaks, but if you're not able to win the rotation and set up properly to get some much needed time, that was the difference maker so far throughout this entire stage in their HP. You need to make sure your setups are a lot better to try to close this out in 4.
On the other side of things, you know, kind of taking the same storyline and then putting it right into the camp of the Vegas Legion, are you impressed at all with the fact that Vegas have not only successfully rotated, but they've also successfully been able to find a lot of score versus some good teams in their own right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about wins that were close, but hey, there's still wins versus teams like New York and Seattle who have played this map pretty darn well this qualifier stage.
And keep in mind, like, this Vegas roster is still a fairly new roster. Like, Johnny only has a couple reps underneath his belt, probably a month with this team. So the fact that you have W's versus teams like Optic Texas, team like the Subliners, you can compete with the best. Now with your backs against the wall, you're sitting right outside in that 9th position in CDL points. You have to try to put it together here. And they at least showed it in that map number 1. The rotations were on point, the setups were on point, and even in the breaks, everybody was working together in sync to successfully find them. So you have to have that same exact game plan if you are Vegas Legion going into this map number 4. Rotations are going to be the biggest key.
Yeah. And keep in mind that even if Vegas could continue to build on the successes that they've gotten to this point, you still have a Rio search that you have to win somehow against a LAT squad that is looking really damn good on that map. I mean, now granted, lots of round 10s, a couple of round 11s in there, but still, out of the last 6 times they've played it, they've won it. They're 7-1 overall since the map has come into the search and destroy pool. So again, this series, like you talked about at the very top of it, the later it goes, the more it starts to look more beneficial towards LA Thieves. And just to kind of stack a little bit of extra bad news on top of things for Vegas, hey, their hard point has not been all that great for them so far, including some pretty bad losses. Talking about the 100-point club to Seattle in particular, that of course happened on Karachi, so you can kind of throw that away a little bit, but still, it's one of those situations that these rotations have to turn into good setups if Vegas want to see a 5th map.
Yeah, and you see it right there. Overall season, the hold percentage of both squads is abysmal. 11th and 12th, dead last in the league. A little better on the rotation win percentage for LAT, but it's all going to be about those setups.
We're getting saucy, friends. It's been an intense series between these two squads who desperately want to see an extra 10 points to their name. And also keep in mind, for Thieves, a win here goes a long way towards possibly getting them into the upper bracket. Good start here from Thieves. 3 for 1, the opening tally. Just left to attach, and he gets seen backside U-Haul. Thieves off to the races here on P1.
Yeah, that's flawless. That's a flawless start off. You find every single kill with only 1 player dropping. Now you're still soaking up all this P1 time, with Vegas Legion only having 20 seconds left to fight for this hill. They still have those spawns over towards the next P2, so they're going to try to contest over from waterside and through the map to not give up all this time for free.
A decent contest here for Vegas, but it's coming in pieces, even more so as Cremp Nasty reduced the play from Legion down to just single numbers again. And it's going to be just, okay, stop and rotate. You got Geo playing a weird spot over towards Tiki. He will be there to try to keep the long pinch safe, and everything else from the front will have to be successful because you've lost the spawns already. So now Geo has to pop up, get activated, Ghosty with the trade, and how about this? Thieves already precipice hit for the break.
That's perfect. Like they send 2-2 split. They play it slow from the front end. They allow the players who were trying to flip for those spawns find that initial kill, spawn narrow all the way across the map, and then win the trade fights. But if you are Vegas Legion, thankfully you get those close spawns right in toward the back again, so you're still able to keep this one mixing.
Oh, really well done by Johnny Nero. The SFGs fighting back. Also some assist and credit to the trophy systems that were still alive and active for Legion. They did a lot of damage to Thieves trying to throw nades to those back always. But still, Thieves from the front find a way in. Extra kills starting to come through as well as Ghosty is off to another hot start. 9-2. Just absolutely lighting up the Vegas Legion, and he's not freaking done. 10-2 start for Dan Ghosty. Attached trying to get some scrap time, and Ghosty may have just given himself a little bit of a heat check right there as you will just see himself rotating back over to P3 where the Thieves are waiting for him.
Yeah, there was one guy that used to wear the LA Thieves logo on his chest that plays the way that Ghosty is currently playing, and that is the human turn. Shout out to my guy, Sam Octane, because Ghosty is having himself one hell of a couple maps in these respawns. They win the rotation over towards P3. Vegas Legion trying to find a way on in. They are trading effectively through the front, but you do not want to still be in this situation.
Decent early neutralization here as Attach gets on to 3 in a row. The rest of Vegas right behind him trying to jump up and find a way to contest this hard point, but Ghosty still alive. Attach up and over. Ghosty with the snap. Oh my goodness. Just give me Dan Ghosty the rest of this map at the moment because he is on an absolute tear.
And you can just feel how the energy is starting to shift in favor of LAT. That's now 3 hard points in a row where they were favorite. And they walk away with a majority of that hell time. Already an 80-point difference. You're winning gunfights off the rotation. They can do no wrong.
Vegas need to take a breath. It is getting out of hand and it's starting to get a little bit shambolic in terms of how they're actually getting set up to try to break these hills. 2 from the front, 1 now off the pinch is the next play here for Vegas. Joe, Ghosty, damage already dealt. Nasty shut down bottom sky bridge, but Joe takes the map. He's now on 4 in a row, and Johnny is completely isolated. Stun somehow doesn't hit, but it doesn't matter. Kremp with the kill, and LA now well above the 100-point differential between them and Legion.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Joe Deceives just turns on to Attach. The player from Vegas Legion was trying to set up that pinch play, and once you take care of him, you also locate the player on low sky bridge. You find every single kill in the feed. Now all you have to do is watch the front angles. Cruise missile earned in the back pocket for Joe. The score just keeps on getting worse and worse, and the kill feed is even worse. Every single player on the Thieves just absolutely dominating.
I mean, they are turning up, and you can tell the confidence is absolutely booming right now for LA. They're taking some wild challenges, and they know they've got support around them in case things go wrong, which, to be fair, not much has gone wrong to this point. 160 to 22, and another full team wipe. Their Thieves are just hanging out, taking orders at the bar.
We said it from the beginning of the map. Whoever's going to win a majority of the rotations is going to be able to walk away victorious. And so far, that's LAT on every single hard point so far, putting themselves on the preferred side. Already finding 3 in the feed. Can't find the 4th onto Geo. But at least you're not allowing Vegas Legion to get any time still.
I don't know how you do this if you're Vegas.
Me either.
Especially with how the ARs are shooting right now for LA. That is a good start. Full team wipe. 20 seconds going to be pretty much given to them with the concession of the scrap at P1. You have to win this break from the front, though. This is going to be a 3, now 2v4, now 1v4. And it's just Thieves. Their setup is so complete. They know where the hit's going to be coming from. And then when they get the numbers, they're going to take you further away from the hard point. Plus, they get them off the scrap time. Thieves dominating here on map 4.
And look at how far pushed out they are on the front angle. So Vegas Legion is going to be about 5 to 10 seconds before they can even think about contesting this. And you can see Kremp is just so antsy to try to set up that pinch. Unfortunately, he is going to fall, but the cruise missile getting invested. Joe just giving the comms to his teammate. That's at least a 3 even with the team kill. Last player is going to be Nero. He's going to find one through the vent, but LAT still in the time.
Yeah, it's just not enough, is it? I mean, this is going to be 200 plus points for Thieves with still a lot of time to soak here. Johnny denied from the front. 17 and 7, make it 18 for Joe Deceives. I mean, Nasty's got his feet kicked up at 9 and 9. The rest of the team is world starring Vegas, and not only are they going to get the scrap time, Jay, they've got numbers for rotation. This is looking like it could be GG right here.
Oh, Crep finds the first. Is he going to find the second? No, but he's going to set up Ghosty to find it. Why not? Now, only thing that LAT need is 25 points. They secured those back spawns. Vegas Lead needed a break, and they need it quick, but this might be over already.
I don't. What do you say here?
Nothing.
Legitimately, I mean, here's the thing. Thieves played Vegas on this map once before. If you remember it, it was a 250 to 49. This one,
damn!
Worse. Kremp for 3. They could do no wrong versus this Vegas team on 6-star. Doesn't matter the recent success Vegas may have had. Vegas not able to find a whisper of success here on 6-star. Last attempt to break. Oh, no way. 250-45. Krep says, get out of my lobby. Give me a chance at that upper bracket as Ghosty gives him the counter with the heart.
Yeah, he said, yeah, we not moving from this 7th spot. This 7th spot is gonna be ours still at the end of this matchup. It's just like Vegas Legion, they just simply did not have it on the last 2 respawns. The control was a blowout, but that hard point was even worse. We were talking about they needed to win the rotations. They were good at doing that, but the setups need to be a lot better. They never had opportunities to even work on their setups with all the pressure that LAT were able to apply around the map. Everyone basically going double positive. Like you said,